Wow, this really puts out a ton of light. Like, I mean, like, pretty far, right? All the way out to my driveway, which is awesome. Hey everyone, so we're going to be doing a box opening on a new LED light I purchased for my shop. Kind of like an outdoor shop light type deal. It's a solar street light, so it's all solar. I got the highest rated version that they have. I think it's 2500 lumens. And it's made by Hyperlite. I like Hyperlite. I have a bunch of their lights, probably 30 or 40 of them. And this is the Heiko series. So let's go ahead and open it up and see how it's packed and assemble it, put it together. Here's how it's packed. Instruction booklet. Here's what the light looks like. Upside down. Mounting hardware, bracket, all that stuff. Comes with a remote, so you can turn it on from your house if you want, as opposed to having a light switch. All your hardware. And your solar panel. All right, here's everything. You got your solar panel, your light, your mounting arm, and all your hardware, as well as your remote. And then here's the instructions. Here are some of the tools that are going to help you do this job. So left to right here, a Phillips head screwdriver, ratchet, extensions, 17 millimeter, 14 millimeter, 10 millimeter sockets, 14 millimeter box wrench, 10 millimeter box wrench, 8 millimeter box wrench. The tool it comes with, a drill, and this is 25/64. Now this is going to be a really snug size, and what this is meant for is for this screw right here. It's a little bit bigger, but it's not too big to where it's going to be loose. I decided I'm going to put this together on the ground first to get an idea of how it works. That way we can install it correctly. So I kind of looked through the instructions and I got a picture of how it looks. I'm going to basically just put this together based off of that. I'm going to tell you what kind of tools you need, so you don't have to just use this little tool it comes with. I'm going to get the exact sizes, and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and just kind of slide this together, see what it looks like, and then we'll take it back apart and install it up on the side of the wall here. Now this one only came with 3 screws for some reason. I think the 4th screw is probably in the screw bag. I haven't messed with it, so we'll find it later. Not too concerned with it right this second. Right now I just kind of want to tighten this up real quick, get it together, and see. So you got to loosen these up pretty far to slide this pipe in. This is the bottom side, where the light's at. The opposite side is going to be facing the sky. So the light works without any solar power hooked up as well. I just kind of hit this button to see. It's pretty bright actually. So it must have like some kind of internal battery in here. Yeah, the battery pack must be in here and it must be charged a little bit already. Top is just a piece of metal like that, okay? And then here's where your solar panel is going to mount on. It's going to mount on like, so it looks like it's going to be these 2 bigger screws right here. And it's like this so that you can turn it. Alright, we're going to set this aside and we're going to do the solar panel side now. The way this is going to work is it's just going to go on like right here. Like that. All right, so again, this is an 8mm box wrench and a Phillips head screwdriver. And all we're doing is sitting in here like this, and then just going to tighten it up. Now we're going to tighten this up all the way. We don't want it loose at all because we're not going to take this off whenever we install it. We're going to leave this part on. It's going to be installed like this. I'm not going to put this piece on because it's going to be super heavy to install this. Actually, I'm going to take off this heavy part as well and just install the bracket. Now it comes with this piece right here, this secondary bracket, and what that's for is mounting onto here. If you were going to maybe put it on a board or a pole, that's how you'd mount it. I'm actually going to take this piece off right here and install it on the solar panel. I think it'll be easier whenever I'm actually installing it to install 2 screws instead of installing 4 screws in it. Alright, so this is going to go in here like this. We're going to install the bottom one first. That's the center hole at the very bottom, and that's your pivoting spot, and then the other one's going to lock it into whichever position you want it in. It comes with 4 bolts and 4 nuts here to lock it into a certain position. We're just going to hand and tighten them up real quick until we figure out what position we want. And that way it's ready to go when we're on top of a 20-foot ladder. We don't have to make any adjustments up there. So we want it in the all the way back position, and that's just like right here. It's going to be this hole. Right there. All right, I had to get a deep socket 17mm to help me tighten this thing up. Wood screws or lag bolts would have been a much better option. Instead of drilling through the wood, I could have just used a couple of lag bolts and just had it come right through here and would never have to worry about nuts on the other side. So that means I wouldn't have to have gotten on a ladder on the inside. It's missing a screw. That's a shame, but I'll come back here, get another screw next week when the hardware store is open. It's Saturday. Nothing's open nearby. I'd have to drive 45 minutes each way for one screw. I ain't doing that. Or a bolt, rather. Alright, it's tight. A little wobbly, but I think it'll be fine. Gonna get that mounted on here. So just for reference, this does face south. So it's gonna get the most sunlight it possibly can. It's one reason I opted to choose here. Thought about putting on the telephone pole, but I think that would be, it would look weird. Plus the electric company might, you know, get all pissy with me about it because it's, you know, it's theirs. So this is kind of a pain because I'm so high up here and I don't really have a lot of leverage here to mess with this. If I drop this nut, it's gonna be a pain. This whole system weighs 20 to 30 pounds. I can't recall exactly, but it's enough for this board to hold on to it. Connect this wire. See the best way to do this. I'm gonna tuck it all back in here, so it has a pin on it. Nice and tight, and we're gonna feed it down in here to keep out of the rain. Perfect. Look at that. Nice. It's on. It's flashing, which means it's charging. Now today's a really bad day. It was nice earlier, but now it's kind of cloudy. Tomorrow should be pretty bright. But you can adjust this too if it's not level. It's by turning it. And all right, let's go down and see what it looks like, and then hopefully tonight it's bright. We'll see. There it is. It doesn't look centered on camera, but it's pretty centered. Anyways, I got it on there. It didn't take long at all, actually. It only took about an hour or two, and that was me kind of just mainly messing around with it. It's not a very sunny day right now, but it's still going to charge. There is a little red light on there blinking. I don't know if you can catch it on the video. I'll try to get it closer. We'll see how it looks tonight. I'm going to come out here and hopefully it'll work. Otherwise, I might have to wait a day or two for it to fully charge. But I'm pretty happy with this. Now, I'm going to put a link in the description where you can get this at. You can get them on Amazon. And hopefully, we'll see how bright it is. I kind of like that it's angled because it's going to provide more light out. At first, when I got it, I thought it was more straight, like a 90, like straight to the ground, lateral with the ground. But it's looking pretty good, actually. I wish I could have got it a little bit higher. I didn't have anything to grab onto, and I didn't really feel like doing a lot of carpentry work. Also, I didn't really want to be 20 foot up high on a ladder drilling holes, so that's why I did it down here. But this is exactly where I needed it. I wanted some light around the shop. I come out here all the time at night, and I'd rather not step on a snake or something. All right, so I came outside and yeah, it's working. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna get that remote and see if it does anything. See if I can brighten it up or dim it. So that's the dimmest function, and that's what it was at. All right, that's the brightest function. Okay, turns off. Huh. All right, turns on. What else we got here? Sensor. I don't know if that does yet. Yeah, those are just the options, so it's letting you know that it accepted it. Whenever you hit like one of the buttons for auto or sensor or whatever, it'll blink like that. It's really bright now. So before, when I came out here, I was like, oh, it's kind of dim, but now it's extremely bright. It's like really lit up the area a lot more than what it was. Wow, this really puts out a ton of light. Like, I mean, like pretty far, right? All the way out to my driveway, which is awesome. You can see this. This isn't my phone picking up that light. That's actual light. So it's pretty nice. I'm really happy about this. Like I said, when I first came out here, it was kind of dim, but messing with that remote is a must. Also, the auto function is for it'll dim, but if you go underneath it, it'll brighten up. So, or I'm sorry, the sensor function. So the sensor function is if you I hit it earlier and then I walked away and it dimmed, I walked underneath it and it popped on. So it's more of a motion sensor type deal. The auto is what it's on now, and I think that's your daylight sensor. And then it has 3 hour, 5 hour, 4 hour, things along those lines. The brightness definitely works. It's super bright, like extremely bright for this area. So really happy about that. If you guys like these videos, hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and leave a comment if you end up purchasing one, or you know, send some picture links or something. I'd be happy to see them. Thanks for watching.